This is an area where authentic Western music originated. This is the home of the great ranches. In frontier times, the real cowboys roamed the range, and they still do. And I think that the authentic Western music is great. It has a message that I think can touch people and endow some qualities that are not found anywhere else.
Listen, everybody from near and far, if you want to know who we are, we're the Light Crust Doughboys from Burroughsville.
In 1931, the owner of a Fort Worth flour mill formed a band called the Light Crust Doughboys.
In the 30s, before World War, we were probably as big in Texas and surrounding states as the Beatles were in the 60s. We had a daily radio program at 12:30 noon. It covered a network of stations, covered all Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Louisiana, and Arkansas. And we could announce, we had a big bus that we traveled in, and had from on the back building, PA set and everything. We could announce on our program, we're going to be down in Hillsboro, Texas, this afternoon at 3 o'clock, and we get down there, and maybe that time there's 5,000 people down, there'd be 10,000 people there waiting to hear us play.
Years later, a young couple interested not in Texas swing, but instead in teaching dance and drama, moved from Utah to Amarillo. In 1978, they founded the area's only dance company, the Lone Star Ballet.
When my wife and I settled here, there was very little ballet being taught, and we kind of rolled up our sleeves and went to work, and it's been a very productive and a very worthwhile experience. We have a lot of great memories working in the art of dance here in the Texas Panhandle. Would all the dancers listen, please? We need to start from the beginning and hit everyone that you know needs help.
Almost 20 years later, Neil Hess, apparently still willing to roll up his sleeves, began an unusual collaboration, combining the Lone Star Ballet and the nation's longest performing Texas swing band.
When I very first heard the classical Western music in ballet, I said, what are they trying to do to me?
The following program documents this unique partnership.
Where does Western swing meet ballet?
That is a good question. I've never been able to actually put the two together, but we're going to.
I've always had great respect for country, Western, and especially authentic cowboy music.
Dance, of course, is just a physical expression of movement, and people have danced to Western swing in Texas probably more than any other type of music. And so dancers combined with the Light Crust Doughboys just makes perfect sense to all of us.
When I found out that the Light Crust Doughboys had been selected as a touring company by the Texas Commission on the Arts, I saw right there the possibility that we could join with them and do a performance here in Amarillo and maybe other performances throughout the state.
Loving girls like you, the soil in Amarillo is rich, the people free. Man, you got it. God bless Amarillo, where you're waiting there for me. Amarillo's where I'll be.
Smokey and I have the responsibility with the Light Crust Doughboys of putting together the projects and composing a lot of the music. And the Lone Lone Star Ballet wanted an original piece that paid tribute to the heritage of Amarillo. So we started thinking, and we came up with God Bless Amarillo and All the Cowboys Too.
Amarillo, Amarillo, I know.
And in this 14-minute piece, you'll hear this main title theme as a thread throughout the whole Western Swing Pocket Symphony, and then you'll hear tempo changes.
Lonely Sunday morning, brush the cobwebs from my mind.
We have an Amarillo waltz.
But today the sun won't shine.
We have an Amarillo two-step.
Girls are singing our song while we're dancing and shouting most all the night long.
We have an Amarillo piece that has a Mexican influence to it.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the cramp roll to the side and step. And then we do the first step. Twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Since the summertime, since probably June, we've had several choreographers come in, and which is very demanding on the dancers because they have to learn maybe 4 or 5 dance pieces in 2 days' time.
Left out the double. Starting from the double shuffles. Facing front. And 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4. In slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Take your time.
One more of those runs, keep it going. Now lead your last underarm turn, and you're there. Perfect. Okay, let's see where we're at with the music. Okay, here we go. Where's Crystal? I think I have 2 days to choreograph 3 numbers, possibly 4 numbers. It's a total of about 15, 16, 17 minutes worth of music. Right now we've been working for 2 hours and we're through with 1.5 minutes, so we have our work cut out for us. 2 legs, bend your knees, there you go. Right here, look at it. Then you're gonna bring her up. You're going to send the girl to her next partner, and then you're going to have another one coming towards you. Under, arm, turn. Usually I change things when I look at my own choreography and I don't like it. And you could blame it on the dancers, but really it's your choreography, so if it doesn't work, that's partially to do with you. We'll do that again, and let's get that 2-hand hold right off the bat. There's the two-hand hold. Good. Good. There you go. Switch hands. That's it. Good. Easy. Good. Okay, now. Here we go. Okay. Underarm turn. Good. Last position. And take it down. Good. Let's go back up. Good. Take it down. Good. Good. Bring it up. Good. Check. Next guy. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. Arm wave on 3. Now, this next part is kind of tricky. The lady steps forward. This piece of music is pretty interesting because the band, the Doughboys, are great. Most of it that I had in my mind that we were going to do, we've been able to do. And I'm happy with that because a lot of times we're not able to do everything that we think we're going to do, but the dancers that I'm working with here are very talented and they seem very dedicated, so they're picking it up very well. Come on, I saw you dance. You're a beautiful dancer. Get moving.
Okay, now when you run, stop, okay. When you run out, whichever direction, just turn once on yourself before you cut once. No, that looked about 3 times to me. Once, now run, that's crazy, there you go, okay. When I start working on a piece, I'm not always sure how it's going to progress and how it will be accepted. A lot of times the feedback from the dancers will allow me to see how, just the way they respond, if I think it's going in the direction that I would like it to go, or I think the audience would have fun with a piece like this.
The last choreographer that was here that did the God Bless Amarillo and all the Cowboys too, it's basically a 12-minute piece, and they learned it in 2 days.
Ready, go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, come in, 2, 3, 4, hold 5, 6, 7, 8, back up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The most difficult thing for me coming in at for this short a period of time is that I don't have the luxury of spending many hours on one segment. I have to continue to go at a certain rate, certain pace. And that's the frustrating part about it.
What we mainly do first is we try to get all the dancers just learning the steps.
We'll work from, as long as we can have the studio, from 2 o'clock in the afternoon on up until 10 o'clock in the evening. I'll work that way for 4 days, and then once I leave, I imagine they'll be rehearsing all day long.
And then once the choreographer leaves, she gives an idea about costumes and what the style should be, and then that's where I come in as a job as an assistant in cleaning, as a rehearsal assistant in cleaning all the dances, make sure that, that we're all looking the same and it's pleasing to the eye of the audience.
I think for an area this size, a community this size, to have a group of young, talented dancers as dedicated as these young men and women are is quite unique.
My daughter Lisa grew up here. She performed in the show Texas when she was a child out in Palo Duro Canyon, and then won a Ford Foundation scholarship to study in New York just before her teenage years, and then was accepted into the New York City Ballet.
Even with professional companies that I work with, a lot of times don't see the dedication that these young people are giving. 1, 2, 3, 4, step 5. Okay, 7, 8. So just remember these steps. So
she takes to the Western style readily, and she's done some wonderful, fun things with music that was commissioned, especially for this show.
And for me, it's unique because I came from Amarillo. I trained here, and to be able to come back and work here is a very meaningful thing for me to be able to do.
5, 6, 7, 8. Good.
It goes here, right?
Straight across. Don't scoop it under on that one.
7,
okay?
8.
Yeah.
8.
Let me see that one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey. Yeah. Here we go. Let's try that one more time, okay? Everybody, 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop right there. The spacing looks much better.
We're real excited about this performance. Not only are we dancing to live music, but we are taking the classically trained dancers and doing movements such as folklorico dancing, musical theater, country and western dancing, waltz, tango, and so forth.
15 minutes to places.
Amarillo, Amarillo. Sing it, girl. You're not the singer.
It's not here.
Mauve.
I'm gonna go out and sing Deep Water, Texas. Okay. Yeah. That's nice. You gonna do it?
How do you do it? Just tape it on?
There.
Places, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Places.
Places, please. Places, please.
Anyhow, Bill, somebody's supposed to be playing the introduction right now. No talking.
With ballet training, you can adjust to any dance style or any musical style. Ballet dancers have the perfect instrument. It's very flexible, and they can create exciting theater with any dance form or any musical form. Dance is the only art form where the human body is the instrument. The artist has to develop their own instrument. So not only do they become artists, but they become great athletes. They have supernatural abilities, really.
Not only do you have to rehearse dances, you also have to try on costumes. You have to maintain your daily technique, which mainly consists of maybe 5 to 6 hours of daily technique classes, plus 6 hours of rehearsal. So these dancers are basically dancing anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day.
Now pay close attention. This is it. This is what you... Last chorus, okay? Uh-huh. Right now. Okay, let's do it again. You all have to pay attention. Can't be doing something else, okay? When we're doing these cues. One more time, gentlemen, if you will, please. Move out. And then start. Beautiful, beautiful text. Perfect, perfect.
Perfect.
Right. That was ragged when we did the run through, and that's good now.
Amarillo, you're home, sweet home to me. I know your people, Amarillo, the place I long to be. Amarillo, Amarillo, I know your hills and streams. Amarillo, Amarillo, where I can live my dreams.
Dance brings about a lot of other worthwhile qualities in the human being. Students learn work ethics. They learn to be creative, to use their imaginations. They learn to work as a team with other performers.
Lonely Sunday morning, brush the cobwebs from my mind. Open up the curtain, but today the sun won't shine. Raindrops keep a-falling, can't wash my dreams away. I miss you, Amarillo, and I'll be back someday. Amarillo, Amarillo, you're home, sweet home to me. I know your people, Amarillo, the place I long to be. Amarillo, Amarillo, I know your hills and streams. Amarillo, Amarillo, where I can live my dreams. Amarillo, Amarillo, your home, sweet home to me.
We would like the audience to be enriched by the dancing and the music. The music is very fun and very uplifting.
I think that the authentic Western music is great. It has a message that I think can touch people and endow some qualities that are not found anywhere else. The idea of ethics, and it is a respect for family and for home and for country. It's all portrayed in this music.
God bless Amarillo and all the cowboys too, 'cause cowboys ride the Texas plains, loving girls like you. The soul in Amarillo is rich, the people free. God bless Amarillo, where you're waiting there for me. Amarillo's where I'll be. God bless Amarillo and all the cowboys too, 'cause cowboys ride the Texas plains, loving girls like you. The soul in Amarillo is rich, the people free. God bless